Hello, it is Monday. It is the 8th of April. I'm Monita Rajpal. This is CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Making news today. Threats of war, missiles on the move, and severed lines of communication as North Korea turns up the heat on the Korean peninsula. Workers at the Kaesong Industrial Complex are quite literally caught in the middle. Just a short time ago, Pyongyang announced plans to withdraw all of its 53,000 workers from the complex, which it runs jointly with South Korea. Jim Clancy is in Seoul. He joins us now live with an update. Jim.
Shut it down. That's the message from North Korea, a move that a lot of people didn't think that he would take because he needed the hard currency.
Jim, on that said, with the risk that he's fully willing to take, he's certainly angering the region, the leaders of the region, particularly China, which is supposed to be their strongest ally.
Well, you know, China looks at everything in a business sense.
They're reporting to us from Seoul. Well, also in the region, worryingly in the region, is the number of bird flu cases, which continues to grow in China. Fears of an epidemic are also spreading to the stock markets. Airline shares are being hit the hardest. The number of confirmed H7N9 cases in China has now risen to 21, and 6 people have already died. But the World Health Organization is praising the country's efforts to contain the virus and says there is no reason to panic. Well, joining us right now is CNN's David McKenzie, who joins us now live from CNN Beijing. David, first of all, give us an update on the current situation from where you are. Well, the president has condemned an outbreak of sectarian violence in Cairo on Sunday that injured 66 people and left 1 person dead. Mohammed Morsi described the clashes between Muslims and Christians at a Coptic Christian church as an attack on him personally, and he's ordering an investigation into how it started. A British grandmother convicted of smuggling cocaine into Bali has lost an appeal of her death sentence at a court in Indonesia. 56-year-old Lindsay Sandford was sentenced to death in January. She says she was coerced into transporting the drugs and her children's safety had been threatened. An inquest has just begun into the death of a woman who suffered a miscarriage at a hospital in Ireland. 31-year-old Savita Halappanavar, an Indian dentist, requested an abortion last October when U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry is in the Middle East to try to revive peace talks between Israel and the Palestinians. It's his 3rd trip to the region since becoming Washington's top diplomat 2 months ago. Direct peace talks between the Palestinians and the Israelis have not taken place since late 2010. 9 people are dead and 22 others injured following a roadside bomb attack in Afghanistan. The blast went off under a bus in the eastern province of Wardak. The Taliban says it wasn't responsible for the attack. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the country, officials say at least 10 Afghan children were among those killed in a NATO-led airstrike on Saturday. One of the world's most important golf tournaments starts this week. So how did one of the world's top golfers do in his final event before the Masters? Amanda Davis will join us with tell us whether Rory McIlroy is back to his best. A city, and they're the top 2 teams in England again, but this season is going very differently for Manchester United and Manchester City. Amanda Davis joins us now from CNN London with more on that. Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Monita. Yeah, it's one of those days I've thought pretty carefully about what I'm wearing today, heading home. The good news, though, Monita, is that seems very much to be a precautionary move, and on the whole, he is doing pretty well.
All right, well, that's good to hear, Amanda. Thank you very much for that. Amanda Davis there in London. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Coming up next, waging war against polio. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. After years of war in Afghanistan, there are still many battles that face the country, one of them being polio. Afghanistan is one of only 3 countries where the crippling disease remains endemic. But as Anna Corin reports from the Afghan-Pakistan border, there is hope that the battle there will be won.
Nestled high in the mountains between Afghanistan and Pakistan is one of the most porous borders in the world.
Let's get a check now of the global weather picture as Europe apparently is finally starting its spring thaw. Meteorologist Samantha Moore is at the World Weather Center with a look at where things are actually warming up. Samantha?
Slowly but surely, we're finally getting there, Monita. It's taking forever across much of Europe to finally warm up. We're getting, Monita, across parts of southwestern and central China.
Always get to look for the silver lining there, Samantha. Never forget about that.
That's right.
Samantha, thank you very much for that. Now, forget I love you. The three little words every woman really longs to hear are chocolate isn't fattening. And now researchers have moved that sweet dream to a step closer to reality by swapping out fat for fruit juice, which chemists say that can cut fat in half. Stays tasty. You're watching CNN News Center. I'm Monita Rajpal, live at CNN Hong Kong. Thank you for joining us. We'll bring you an update of the news headlines in just a couple of minutes.